Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. Today, I'd like to share with you a critical issue or problem in traditional Chinese martial art. And that is, today we often heard that people say Chinese kungfu in the past does not have as much sparring. And some even go as far as using the 1970s Chinese Santa coach try to verify this. The issue is that most people today have no idea what is traditional Chinese martial art, including those in mainland China like Xi Xiaodong or Lei Lei. So today I'd like to share with you what is really going on there, so that we in the world understand what it is. Instead of just playing expert to put stamp on the Chinese Kung Fu of the past. So the issue is, do you know what is Chinese Kung Fu in the past? Do we know what is Chinese Kung Fu in the past? Or we just watch some YouTube clip or video clip and hear this say, he says, she says, and then we just making up our opinion. And of course, you heard from different people will say different things. You heard from people after the communist China cultural revolution, they'll say one thing. And then you heard about the movie people, they'll say another thing. See, today I'd like to share with you what is that by evidence. So we can rationally look into it like a mainstream scholar. Not as my 5 cents, your 5 cents, and not under any type of political agenda, because this is Chinese culture. No one have right to screw it. If we don't know, we just simply say we don't know. It doesn't matter who it is. If we don't know, just admit it. Don't comment on things, because people is going to destroy a culture in this world if one keeping saying nonsense when one have no idea what it is. So let's start with this. The ancient. So what is Chinese Kung Fu in the past, in the ancient? What it is? Okay? How is it look like? Does it promote sparring? Well, let's go to the truth of 1560, 450 years ago. So this is the writing of General Qi Guang. The last sentence here, General Qi Guang said, "You have learned it, you must test it to see what works, what doesn't work." Is that sound like Chinese Kung Fu in the past does not have as much sparring? Okay, Black and White, 1560, by General Qi Guang. Check into this, you can check into this, like in Bubishi, and you can find the name of General Qi Guang here. Okay, the name of General Qi Guang here. You can find that Bubishi, Chinese, karate. Okay. So karate, Okinawan Bubishi. Well, so General Qi Guang is somebody exists and it influenced Korea, Okinawa. Okay, if you check into history, and he said here, black and white. You have learned the art, the impulse momentum, you must test it to see what works, what doesn't work. Clearly here, black and white. And he said that it's not about who is number one fighter. It's to check whether that damn thing you learn working or not working. Otherwise, you will not be able to master the art. Okay? So if you want to say that Chinese Kung Fu in the past does not have as much sparring, sorry, black and white 1560, it doesn't say so. And also, if you say Chinese martial is like what you say in the movie, well, over here, it said it clearly. General Qi Ji Guang, at his time, have incorporated the punching, kicking, the long fist, short strike, the takedown, the ground fight. Just check on it. Even though at that time and today's techniques could be different, today is more evolution and so forth, but it has all those stuff. Okay? So if you want to talk about MMA, well, this guy, 1560, is the grandfather of MMA. Well, black and white. You want to argue? So let's make life easy, okay? Speak with evidence. That is the past of Chinese culture. Now, there is a moral code issue in traditional Chinese martial art, the real deal like in the Qi Ji Guang. Okay? Often people say, oh, the Chinese Kung Fu do not guard their chin so that they can get KO. Okay? Well, what one don't know is that is a moral code there. What should one strike, what should not be stricken? Because this is, when it is for competitions, it's not no point to kill people or create injury for people after the sparring or after the fight or after the competition. This thing is even within the Bruce Lee Dao of Jeet Kune Do book, is collecting that. This one, the third one, okay, this exactly say do not strike this chin area. Okay? It's a moral code, and there are many things here not strike. Do not strike the throat. Today, people, because of winning, they want to play, choking and everything. Hey man, hundreds of years ago, the Chinese know this type of game is dangerous. You might get injured and you might get serious problem after if you do this. So that's why there's a moral code. You want just to defeat that guy, you're not trying to kill him. But today, look at what is the martial art is about. Sports, okay. Well, look at those who get choked and everything, get struck and everything, okay? So it's not that the past Chinese, ancient Chinese is so idiotic that they don't know what it is. They know, okay? So even the coach in the China 1970s, they need to know that this is Chinese, okay? It's not Chinese, it's idiot, and only Western boxing have it, and so forth. So we look at things by evidence, okay? I have no opinion here. I show you what it is, what you should strike, what you should not strike. Now let's look into the communist destructions. Many people say no, the communist is trying to create sanda and for fighting and sparring, and the sanda have to create from Western boxing, this blah 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 blah. Well, look at what the communists do to the Chinese martial arts. This is Se Tian. Se Tian is one of the top Xing Yi fighter. So you know what happened? 1953, he was executed. Okay, so they say that Xing Yi, Master Se Tian, after the liberations of communists, 1950, he was captured and executed. And in the Cultural Revolution, a Beijing Xingyi top fighter, Xi Weiren, was tortured and humiliated, and he cannot tolerate it, so he killed two red guards and then commit suicide. And it was known in the martial art world. So look at the records. Okay, here in the southern, Choi Lei Fat. Choi Lei Fat since 1850 is fighting for the people, fighting the anti-Qing. In the history of China, you can see that. So Choi Lei Fat is for the people, and then if they fight the Japanese invasion, and then they help the communists and so forth, so forth. However, you know what happened? They were used as a politics tools. When the political party needs them, like the Chiang Kai-shek people needs them, because they actually fighting the Japanese army. So they use them. But once the Japanese is gone, they want to make a hit on the Choi Lei Fat grandmasters. So the grandmaster of the Choi Lei Fat, overnight they fled to Hong Kong. Okay, same again, the communist China. They are helping the communist China. They are good people. But 1966, at the Cultural Revolution, this grandmaster and his wife is keeping the Choi Lei Fat scripture, hiding it out, so that it be able to be preserved. At that time, if they were caught, they were put into death sentence, death, okay? So all this document which they kept, they hide away. 2008, it became the treasure of the China. So this is what happened, okay, in the Cultural Revolution. So don't tell me the bullshit of that. The Chinese Santa coach on this. Look at all this thing. This is all real guy in the history, okay, who fought in every generation in history. You can check everything by name. And even today, they still fight. Okay? Choi Lei Fat. So, again, tell me which Chinese Kung Fu in the past does not have as much sparring. When people fight in the war zone, when people fight like this challenge, Sertian, is named in very famous in his technology, his techniques. And this is even today, Choi Lei Fat still fighting. So tell me which past, okay? Now, you want more on the Cultural Revolution? This is a list of how many people, how many Chinese martial art grandmaster was put into jail, okay, and some died, some just commit suicide, okay. This is all the fighter. You want the records, evidence. This is the evidence. So here it said the 10 years Cultural Revolution cut off the traditional Chinese martial arts transmissions. This saying that in the Cultural Revolutions, the tragic of the Chinese martial artists. Okay? Now look at this. This is 1966. 1966. Because of they want to survive, they call this congratulate, happy birthday Mao Zedong Taiji Quan. Well, of course, you know, the Communist Party is have a say on what should be, what should not be. That is the truth of the Cultural Revolution. Okay, over here. So it's dictated by whoever the Communist Party say, whatever they want to say. Okay? So you want to talk about evidence of the past? This is the past. So well, let's get it straight. What is the past? What is the past? Okay? Now, let's continue on. So does Chinese martial art have problem? Does Chinese martial art have problem? Sure, it is known since 1930. By evidence again, this is Grandmaster Ma Li Tang, 1931. At that time, Ma Li Tang over here actually is learning, studying, and all this thing with like Du Xingwu, okay, which I'm going to share with you. Who is Du Xingwu? And then Han Muxia, who is actually take the challenge of the Russian challenger. Okay, so this is the group of the people. So around 1935, already Ma Li Tang said, we need to get all those my lineage, my style is better than your style stuff out. Okay, we want to take the mysterious or magic in Chinese martial art out. We want to get rid of those demonstrations like in the stage, like today's movie, out. Martial art has to be able to strengthen the body, be able to fight. And so at that time, they form group. So there are many people, many traditional Chinese martial arts sifu join him, want to do the reform. Okay? So this is Ma Li Tang. Ma Li Tang's teacher here, Du Xingwu. This is Du Xingwu. Is this guy. So who is Du Xingwu? Du Xingwu is the bodyguard of Sun Yat-sen, the provisional president of the Republic of China. And prior to that, he is a good friend of Tan Shitong, who is actually a reform Qing dynasty official. He with the new emperor like to reform the Qing dynasty. At that time, he tell the Tan Shitong, he said that Chinese is backward because people is uneducated. Well, too bad. Due to political, Tan Shitong was beheaded by the last empress. Thus, Du Xingwu, because he want to revenge, he go try to assassinate the Cixi, the last emperor. Okay, black and white here. And of course he lost. He's not success, so he went, and later he become the bodyguard of Sun Yat-sen. So you are telling me all these people who using their life to fight for life and death do not spar? Again, so this Han Muxia, okay, this Han Muxia, who fought the Russians challenge. This is Han Muxia. This is Han Muxia. So who is this guy? This guy is Zhou Enlai, Premier of Republic of the China, or the Communist China. Okay? So this is this group of people in 1930s. And they know already there are problem. They are problem. Number one is all those my lineage, my style, all kind of stuff. The second is making magic of qi and all this bullshit. The third is that it make it like the opera show act. Okay. They know in 1930s. So, tell me Chinese Kung Fu in the past does not have as much sparring. Which past? Tell me that. Which Chinese Kung Fu? Are you talking about this type of stuff is Chinese Kung Fu? This is movie make-believe, not Chinese Kung Fu in the past. Well, as Mao Li Tang and all the companion Sifu in 1935, they know it need to be reformed. Today is 2020, almost 90, 85 years, 90 years already. The Chinese Kung Fu never reformed because of all the chaotic situations after the 1935, the inner war and all this kind of stuff. And today you have the Xi Xiaodong and then the Lei Lei, all kinds of stuff. You know, you just go ask the Lei Lei and Xi Xiaodong, did they know what the heck I'm talking about here? Do they even know heard about all this name and all this relationship between the premier and then the presidents and who assassins who and all those kind of things? This is fighting with their life. This is revolutionists, including the Dr. Mao Li Tang. Okay? And all this kind of thing. And all this Choi Lei Fat case. So, you know, I want to share this is to stop this bullshit, okay? If you want to say that there's certain martial art in past 50 years or 60 years, fine. That is actually valid. But don't put it on that past. Past means the entire Chinese is idiot, okay? And in fact, are they idiot? Are General Qi Ji Guang idiot? Why is that 450 years ago they already know about the need of the MMA? Why is it saying this? And this is talking about impulse momentum. Okay, not the Qi and all this kind of thing. Qi and those kind of things is made up after whoever in the past hundreds of years or so. And also the people in this 1930s, didn't they say that you need to expose the mysterious of the traditional Chinese martial art, fake traditional Chinese martial arts, and not get into this stage stuff? So I hope that for those who really serious in studying traditional Chinese martial arts, for the history, for the culture, know this and stop keep propaganda on Chinese Kung Fu in the past does not have much sparring when one have no idea what is going on there. Okay, so don't play expert when one have no idea. So it doesn't matter it is the Chinese or it is Westerner or anybody. If you don't know, just say don't know instead of keeping propagate this kind of stuff. So today I decide to say it. Why? For these people, for this ancient people, for these people, disregard of style, for their contributions, for their sweat and blood. Don't they deserve to be known? Don't they deserve to be really clearly appreciate what they're trying to do, even sometimes because due to the situations of the country, the politics and everything, they are put into a very bad positions and they cannot succeed on what they're trying to do for the people and for the art. So this is what I like to share with you. Because traditional Chinese martial art is a culture. It's not up for anybody to just go make it up. At least I have this in YouTube, and anybody can who interested in it, who really serious in it, can go check it and can check all this evidence. Not in my opinion. I think, I believe in the I saw it in the YouTube. present the evidence. That is the name of the game. So this is to live here in the YouTube so people can check it and trace it and know what is going on.